Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina, the Reina Creole, bringing you that spice to sci fi and pop culture analysis. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Broadway stage phenomenon known as Hamilton, which has been filmed and brought out to share with Disney Plus subscribers. Hamilton, a hip hop opera developed by and starring Lin-Manuel Miranda, has garnered Tony Awards and critical acclaim for its unique take on the telling of Alexander Hamilton's infamous story.
Street justice, know what I mean?
The musical is actually based on Ron Chernow's biography of Hamilton, who, in Chernow's view, has been the most underrated and misunderstood of the Founding Fathers. The main objective of this play is to give the audience more insight into and dimension to a founding father of the United States. A founding father who is mainly known for two things. One, his tendency to be a major jackass, and two, getting shot and killed in a duel with Aaron Burr. Through dialogue and song that is decidedly more hip-hop than the Queen's English, audiences are treated to a feast of sight and sound as we are enraptured into the story of how Hamilton appeared on the scene in colonial British America, his involvement in the Revolution, and the ups and downs of his life as he fights to cement the financial foundation of a new nation while fighting his own demons in the process. Being that this is a hip-hop opera and that I am a huge fan of hip-hop and have been for years, that, along with the historical period depicted, was the draw for me to see Hamilton. Hip-hop music is a trend that has been in American music for over 20 years, and I'm glad Hamilton showcased it. The score displayed so many different aspects of hip-hop, so things did not get stale and boring. For those who haven't been exposed to hip-hop music, Hamilton serves as a great introduction to the genre. Frankly, without hip-hop music, I can't see this play succeeding as well as it did. And it kind of does for hip-hop music what The Wiz did with soul music. One can't live without the other. Speaking of The Wiz, another thing I liked about Hamilton was the reimagining of Alexander Hamilton's story as depicted in Chernow's novel that the play is based on. I emphasize that this is not a reinterpretation, but a reimagining. The Americans are primarily depicted by African Americans, and there is an emphasis on the abolition movement, one usually spoken in history with regards to the Civil War, not the Revolutionary War. And the story is told with the emphasis on the struggle with Hamilton's character as the vehicle for it. And like The Wiz, Hamilton has also received similar acclaim, praise, and Tony Awards. But back to the music. Another thing I truly love, because I am such a big fan of the historical debates between Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson, was the use of the rap battle. Now, rap battles are known in hip-hop music as a way to showcase competing ideals, exposing the flaws in the argument of your opponent, and persuading the listener over to your side. Not unlike a traditional debate. And frankly, it was very smart of Lin-Manuel Miranda to use this vehicle to possibly trick those who aren't inclined to study history to check out the Hamilton versus Jefferson debates for themselves. Those debates are absolutely legendary. Again, instead of reading a crusty, boring debate in the King's English, we are given an update with a musical vehicle most modern Americans are familiar with, and many can relate to. Now let's get on to what I didn't like about Hamilton. The use of the same actor for different roles really threw me, and I didn't like that. Well, the same actors were used for Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, and Hamilton's son Philip in the second act. First off, and this was an annoyance, why the heck was there a minute of intermission between both acts? I mean, literally for a minute counting down in an hourglass, really, it made no sense. This is a streamed performance. You can just pause it, go to the bathroom, and come back. But anyway, I digress. Back to the review. So, who should see Hamilton? Definitely not young children, as noted by the PG-13 designation on this film. There are several S words, F words, including one F word that had to be bleeped out, along with the mature themes and depictions of violence. Theater nerds should definitely see it, and history buffs should at least check it out to have an informed opinion on it. At the very least, to see Hamilton brought to life in a way you wouldn't expect. It is a nice watch for the general public just to get the cultural experience, but I would label it as see when you can rather than a must-see. The Lion King is a must-see. Hamilton can wait. While it isn't the same thing as watching it live on Broadway, the film enables those who haven't seen it a chance to experience what truly is a theater game changer. Hamilton is definitely a feast for the eyes and ears, and well worth the 3 hours to sit through and watch. You go into it seeing Hamilton as a victim and leave with a question in your head of, was he really a victim though? With this reimagining and hip-hop score and choreography, the character of the founding father, Alexander Hamilton, emerges as one who is three-dimensional with a humanity everyone can identify with. And while it isn't on the level of Les Miserables or The Lion King, it's pretty close. While I do have my issues with its historical accuracy, Hamilton, like all art, exists to entertain and stimulate thought, not offer historical accuracy and authentication. Like with my favorite history-based miniseries, John Adams on HBO, what is presented on the screen is to feed your eyes and ears. It is up to you and your mind to investigate whether what your eyes saw and your ears heard is accurate. With that said, you have to remember, it isn't the responsibility of art like Hamilton to do your historical research for you. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hamilton may be made available as a digital download or on a Disney DVD in the future. And knowing how much Disney loves money, this may be a real possibility. So I'd suggest stalking Amazon in the meantime, or follow Disney over on Twitter or on Facebook to see if you get any mentions about when that may be coming out for purchase for the general public. So that's my spicy take. What's your take on the Hamilton film? Did you enjoy what you saw? Did it take away from the live theater presentation if you've seen it already? And if you aren't a Disney Plus subscriber, does this make you want to subscribe to Disney Plus? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Until next time, remember, never underestimate the power of pop culture. Stay plugged in. Peace and blessings to all of you.